economy sometimes booms and sometimes it doesn't. And you have to live your life through both episodes, because we just keep swimming, and sometimes the tide is with us and sometimes against, but we keep swimming either way.
Everyone goes through a phase of financial hardship at some point, either due to low or non-existent income or insufficient savings to cover future expenses. This can make you feel overwhelmed and bring down your mood, potentially even leading to depression. Charlie Munger, the business partner of Warren Buffett, has spoken on several occasions about the reasons why people struggle financially. In this video, we will uncover the true reasons why most people are still broke, as cited by Charlie Munger. By the end of this video, you will have discovered some unique ways you can adopt to avoid being poor, so be sure to watch until the end. On many occasions, Charlie Munger has expressed that he doesn't understand why people today are not content with what they've achieved now, especially compared to more challenging times throughout history. He attributes this to the psychology of human beings and the impact of social media and modern advertising, which makes people feel unhappy and unfulfilled with what they have, leading to an endless desire to achieve more. Munger said at the Daily Journal annual meeting earlier last year, and I quote, "People are less happy about their current state than they were when things were way tougher." What this means is that although you're still struggling financially as you pursue your never-ending journey of self-improvement, things were worse in the past than they are now. So what causes financial struggles for so many people? According to Munger, here are some of the elements contributing to their financial difficulties. Number 1. Trying to look rich. Many people struggle financially because they don't want to live within their means. Some people tend to spend money on expensive luxury items and designer brands in an attempt to project an image of wealth and prosperity, even though they can't afford it. Such people find themselves trapped in financial debts as they continue to spend money that they don't have. For example, if you earn $2,000 per month and work 25 days for 8 hours each day, your total working hours would be 200. Divide the $2,000 by 200 hours, and your hourly rate is $10. You need to work 200 hours to buy a Samsung flagship for $2,000, which is equivalent to 25 days of 8 hours each. This means that you'd have to spend an entire month's salary on the purchase. Whereas you have other expenses like food and rent, so you'd probably purchase that Samsung with a loan. Even though you would impress your friends and colleagues with your new Galaxy flagship, you'd be languishing in financial struggles for the next couple of months as you strive to repay your debt. However, buying a modest budget phone or a refurbished one for $400 would have saved you a whopping $1,600, which you would have put into a stock market product. According to Charlie, people must be willing to live a lifestyle they can sustain to avoid financial constraints. This could mean sacrificing some needs and prioritizing others. Making bad buying decisions will only make you languish in poverty, as you'll constantly live hand to mouth. It's easier to buy that $400 pair of Christian Dior sneakers when you have the exact amount, but wait a minute, do you really need it? Why not make the tougher decision of not buying the shoes? When you're grappling with a decision to buy something, question its necessity. Remember to make the harder choice, which will almost always be avoidance. Furthermore, it's okay to downgrade your lifestyle. This could mean cutting back on entertainment and the number of times you go to your favorite restaurant. It could also mean taking on a roommate, downsizing to a smaller home, or selling off some of your cars that end up being a liability. Although Charlie Munger discourages people from living beyond their means, many people are not willing to make these kinds of changes. It's easy to understand why people would be hesitant to give up their current lifestyle, but the reality is, if they don't make any adjustments, they'll most likely find themselves facing financial challenges. Repeat this: no expensive Chanel belts, no Tom Ford suits, no designer shoes, no luxury watches or unnecessary jewelry. The goal is to be rich, not look rich. The trick is to appear broke as you work your way up to the riches. Fake it till you make it is probably the biggest lie in history. Number 2, you have fear and you're not taking calculated risks. Munger once said, quote, "The wise ones bet heavily when the world offers them that opportunity. They bet big when they have the odds, and the rest of the time, they don't. It's just that simple." This quote by Charlie Munger highlights the importance of taking calculated risks to build wealth. He emphasizes that betting big when the odds are in your favor is a wise decision, but one should avoid hasty or risky decisions. Instead, you should carefully analyze the opportunity, understand the potential rewards and risks involved, and then make a well-informed decision. The key is to strike a balance between caution and boldness, and to always be mindful of your financial resources and goals. Fear makes you hesitate to make fundamental financial decisions, some of which could be life-changing. You become reluctant or avoid putting money into investments because you're afraid of losing or uncertain about the future return. This can make you miss out on opportunities for long-term growth. However, calculating risk is crucial if you want to become a profitable investor. Instead of keeping your money in a low-yield savings account or under the mattress, consider investing it into a low-risk product like the S&P 500. Remember, fear is the beginning of failure, and you must overcome it if you're success-driven. Number 3. Not setting the right goals. You might not have a bank account full of millions yet, but that doesn't mean you don't have a chance to make a fortune. Many successful people like Charlie Munger, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Warren Buffett started with a dream. Just like climbing the ladder, they took small and deliberate steps toward achieving their dreams. It starts by setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals. Charlie Munger said, "Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Discharge your duties faithfully and well. Step by step, you get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. But you build discipline by preparing for fast spurts. Slug it out, 1 inch at a time, day by day. At the end of the day, if you live long enough, most people get what they deserve." This quote emphasizes the importance of taking small, steady steps rather than seeking fast results. It suggests that discipline can be built by making a conscious effort to become wiser each day and by faithfully doing one's duties, and more significant successes can be achieved in the future. If you stay dedicated to your goals and persistently put in effort over time, you will eventually achieve your deserved results. Number 4. Bad habits. The famous saying, "You are what you eat," can also be applied to investing. While drinking, smoking, and eating junk food give you temporary enjoyment, these habits drain your bank account and derail your health. These negative habits can be disheartening and may explain why a lot of individuals struggle financially after December, when people have spent most of their time and resources on pleasure. If you're using your finances to support these habits, it's high time to become wiser and more inspired to quit. Alcohol, smoking, and drugs will only lead you into a rabbit hole of deprived self-consciousness and poor financial management. On the other hand, taking care of your physical and emotional well-being through proper rest and nutrition can positively impact your ability to work harder toward financial freedom. Charlie Munger is known for his frugal lifestyle and for avoiding excessive spending. In his speeches and interviews, he's criticized several lousy spending habits, such as impulsive buying. Charlie has warned against making purchases on a whim, as they often lead to regrets and financial waste. Overconsumption. Charlie has stated that excessive consumption, especially of luxury goods, is a bad habit that can lead to over-indebtedness and financial difficulties. Undisciplined credit card use. He has advised against using credit cards as a source of easy money and has stressed the importance of paying off the balance in full each month to avoid high interest charges. All in all, Charlie Munger emphasizes the importance of having self-discipline and avoiding excessive spending to achieve financial stability and security. So, if a billionaire has chosen to spend his massive wealth wisely, why should you be flashing your money around? Number 5. Making bad choices and having limiting beliefs about life and money.
Well, all the trite stuff is what works. I mean, you avoid doing the really dumb things, like racing moving trains to the crossing
There's a famous saying that states, "Money buys you freedom and access." Those struggling financially think that they're poor as a result of fate, and that wealthy people have a magic wand that causes them to be rich. You'll often hear poor people say things like, "Money can't buy happiness." But in the real sense, they're ignorant about the value of money and what financial freedom truly means. Remember the law of attraction, which says that positive thoughts manifest positive outcomes. And the opposite is true as well. According to Munger, your perception of money will impact your financial situation. If you constantly reaffirm to yourself that your business will succeed and that you'll become rich, that is what will happen. It doesn't matter how long it takes, you only need to keep working. Charlie Munger is challenging you to be optimistic about the future. Adopting a positive outlook now will help you cultivate the right attitude and determination. Munger believes that money can be used as a tool to create more wealth by establishing more opportunities to make more money. However, these opportunities are not always available to everyone. The playing field isn't always level, and some people have to work harder than others. This doesn't mean there's no hope, it means that you must be willing to take action and adopt a different attitude towards money. With dedication, hard work, and a positive mindset, you can achieve anything. The key is to take control of your finances and be proactive in creating a better financial future. Do this now and start to see the difference. Number 6. Bad debts. Munger once said that debt is like a radioactive material. The useful energy is in it, but the stuff can be dangerous and it tends to spread. So you must know what you're doing and keep it under control. Here, Charlie Munger highlights the dangers of debt and the importance of understanding and managing it properly. The quote emphasizes the need to practice caution and expertise in managing debt. If you have poor debt mitigation, it can stretch to levels that are beyond your control. In fact, being broke is a common occurrence for many individuals who don't understand the consequences of their financial decisions until it's too late. The reality is, we can easily fall into the trap of owing too much money or not having enough savings to handle unexpected events, which can ultimately lead to financial difficulties. With remarkable wisdom, Charlie Munger reminds us that if we're more careful with our financial decisions and become proactive about financial planning, we can set ourselves on the path to financial freedom. Remember, being broke is not an accident, it's a choice. We want to encourage you to earn more through alternative investments. If you're curious about how you can boost your income, but you're not sure how to invest and stay in the front line, be sure to check out our next video